Hi, Chef Anthony from Don's Appliances here today. I'm going to go over your JennAir dishwasher. So let's get down into it. This is the stainless pocket handle model, whether it be panel or handle towel bar. You'll see this on the top. We have the cutlery rack right here, so we're really going to line our silverware up right here. And the cool part is in the center right here, we can kind of put ladles, slotted spoons, bigger items, and longer items in the back too, whether you got a rubber spatula and things like that. JennAir's kind of really configured it nicely so you can keep all of your cutlery and things up here, because there's the direct sprayer on top that really hits that stuff. So we love that. Let's open this up. So see these right here, like what is this? I'm like, hey chef, this is for your racks to adjust. So if we push this down right here, these racks can adjust down or up in 3 different positions telescopically. So we can put taller plates on the top or shorter plates on the bottom, vice versa. So it's just another nice, great piece, you know, in the whole scheme of things. So see this, these are nice and convenient. These pop up like this. They have a fancy decalable wine stem, so we can put a wine stem on here. Any of our stemware, like champagne glasses, red wine glasses, yada yada, can really hook in right here. And the nice part is, hold them on a 45 so the water can run off nice and easily, but it holds them in place during the wash process so they don't bust around and, you know, bad things could happen. So right here is some adjustable tines. So if we pull these, we can actually rock these down just like this. It gives us more surface area, so we can put a flatter bowl or, you know, bigger oversized coffee mug, things like that. Depending on, you know, what we're putting in here, whether it be that big Tupperware or something like that, we really have the ample room, so we're not really pushing it and forcing it over the tines, because during longevity, a lot of times you see tines chip or break off, and you really got to buy another rack. Here in JennAir, they really did these, you know, adjustable tines, so we can, you know, kind of get more longevity out of it and get a better product. So stainless steel spray wash arm under here, just make sure that rolls free. You'll never have to worry about that. Let's open up, let's talk about the inside of our dish here. So here's a big rack in the back. We can actually put this guy all the way down, and now we can put pots and pans under here. Here's additional cutlery storage. So if you find that you need more storage for your cutlery right here, other than that, I like to remove this, kind of tuck it away until I need it. And this opens up a whole area of, you know, baking dishes and brownie pans and things like that that can fit in here in my world. So I love this usable space, okay? So this is pretty slick too. So these will slide left or right depending on what kind of pot or pan you're putting in here. So you can really butt it up and keep it on that 45 so it's nice, okay? When we look inside, you know, we have the heated element right here. That's another one for great drying. So we're gonna rotate this out, and this is really what we gotta look at. So I tell all the customers, you know, if you have an odor or something in your dishwasher, this is really where all the fine particles will lay. Anything that comes off your forks and knives, your glasses and your plates, this is the fine particles. So the triple filtration really does that. To clean this, I'd say maybe once a month, or, you know, in heavy usage every 3 weeks, something like that. Just some warm water under your faucet, rinse it or soak it in a little container. Make sure it's nice and clean, because it will build up particles. So this will keep running. This is kind of the heartbeat of the machine. Pop that down in there and make sure it's locked just like that, nice and easy, okay? So if we open it up, we talk about the soap right here. So it's really labeled for us. Rinse aid will go in here. Rinse aid, depending on usage, could last you a month or two. There is a light on the front that will tell you when we're there. So if we slide this tab back, we'll open this up. This is where our soap pod goes. So we'll pop our soap pod in here, lock it up, make sure our rinse aid's in here and sealed, and then we'll go run the cycle. Right here, nothing to worry about right here. This is just the fan for the, get the moisture off. So that'll run in the drying cycle. Speaking of cycles, we'll go right here. Sensor's kind of our auto right here. 99% of the time we want to use that sensor setting. What it's going to do is it's going to, you know, fill up the tank. It's going to do a once over, and it's going to select the grime in the dishwasher. So it'll pick the right setting for us, whether it be a heavier or lighter setting. Super convenient right there. So the next one is kind of cookware. So if we go to cookware, you know, it's going to be for all of our pots and pans, our heavy items. So if you're doing just an exclusive run of cookware, you're right there. Normal is kind of your everyday setting, but I really don't even use that kind of X-ray and out. Sensor is going to be your everyday setting. Remember that. So we talk about the crystal setting right there. That's going to be for your finer products like your chinas, your etched glass, you know what I mean, your Waterford, and that all goes in the crystal setting. So just a lower temp on it and kind of a little more delicate. So if we hit rapid, you know, we're actually going to use our quickest setting. So it's almost like an express for us. So, you know, our quicker wash. So if you know you got just a little bit of stuff in there, you know, you already rinsed it, you just want to sanitize it and run it through, run it on the wrap. This is great for, you know, holiday plates, things like that. Even if you're in a reno, you know, your stuff's all clean, but it's been in boxes for a few months or something like that, just to kick the dust off of it and get it rocking and rolling, okay? Nice as a refresh. So refresh setting is really good for a few things. You know, once you get that odor out, you can hit a refresh setting. Or if you ran your dishwasher until you went away for the weekend, you came back, there was still just a little bit of musty odor and things like that, you can run a nice refresh on your whole cycle without really starting it from, you know, square one, okay? Here's our options. Precision dry, kind of the best one, kind of overall, is really what we're going to use every day. The mid rack, there's a bottom rack wash too. So if you want to really designate it, if I'm just doing the bottom, I want to get a little bit drier, whether it be Tupperware plates like there as well. You can run a delay on this as long as you want, but this unit's so quiet and the decibel level's so low, I never even run it. Sanitize rinse is kind of just going to be, maybe if you're doing knives, you're doing some cookware, you just want to make sure it's like bacterially clean. Maybe it'd be Tupperware or some to-go items, so that works as well. The high temp wash is really going to be your full power. So if we're thinking about high temp, you know, it's going to be hot water, you know, etch with soap, full drying. So, you know, it's going to be your longest setting, but really works out the best. Steam finish is another one. This is great if we're going to host a party or something like that. We have those wine glasses, we have those rocks glasses that are in the bar, you know, they're ready to roll, but they're a little bit dusty, a little bit spotted. We want to run that steam finish on the end of them, make them nice and clean, give them a quick wipe out, okay? So other than that, we have the start and cancel and drain. Hold that cancel and drain down to cancel at any time. It'll drain the unit. Other than that, we really got to worry about the amount of soap we use, and we'll use our triple filtration, kind of make sure all of our racks are adjusted properly. So hope you enjoy this and happy clean dishes.